Hey, good morning guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's Philip here on another beautiful glorious winter day. So it's starting to cool down a little bit now, but not quite cold enough to get a jacket on yet. As you can see, I'm still with t-shirts and shorts here. My Bundutop Rooftop tent, which is absolutely awesome. If you've seen my Instagram, I made a post this morning on a recent overnight camping trip. Pulled up at camp about 5:30 of an afternoon. Could see a storm cloud coming, so I quickly got out, set up camp. So I popped the rooftop tent up. About 20 seconds that was already set up. And remember that rooftop tent has got the bedding in there already made up. So my bed, the sheets, the pillows are already made up, so I didn't have to make the bed up. And then I just erected my ostrich wing awning, had that out set up about 30 seconds, grabbed my chair, got a cold drink, tinny, sat down, and it just pissed down raining. So within 5 minutes of arriving at that campsite, I was set up, sitting down under my tarp on my comfy chair, watching the storm come through, and it was just pissing down rain. So now if I was in a tent or something like that, I'd be still there sitting there scratching my head where I'm going to put the tent. I probably would have been lucky to have just taken it out the vehicle and then rolled it out, about to peg it in, and it would have poured down. So that's a beauty with this setup. So it's ideal for me. No more sore backs. Absolutely top notch, guys. So I'm going to set this up quickly now. I don't have to fast forward this part of the footage anymore because it's just so quick to set up. Guys, it's even quicker than the caravan. When you get your Bundutop, it's got these latches on. So there's 4 latches on each corner. So they undo, and they use these clips here just to keep it in place, just to make sure the wind, or by any chance, it doesn't open up on you when you're traveling. And then press the button. And it's all automatic. Guys, this will stop automatically, okay? When it gets to the right tension, it will stop. Now let's talk about the ladder briefly. A unique feature with this ladder is that it's not like your conventional Chinese ones that you see that's collapsible. Now it's got advantages, it's got disadvantages to that. The big advantage with those Chinese collapsible ladders is that they take up less room. But to be honest guys, I think that's the only advantage they've got, because they've got a real main problem, depending where you camp, that I've found. What I've found a big issue, particularly a lot of places where I go camping, which is the environment, fair enough, the environment really tests your gear, such as along our coastline here. Usually this time of the year it's not too bad, so it's usually after winter time when we get the real strong winds coming in, but we're getting them really early this year, I've noticed. So it's crazy how windy it is. And if you're camping somewhere where it's sandy, dusty, because I mean this is a farming environment, particularly down at Cancuna with that sand, as soon as it just gets into everything. And I've had a lot of problems with some of the gear over the years because of that reason. Those Chinese collapsible rooftop tent ladders, you see, they just no good, just don't work in that type of environment. As I've found, they get tight, the sand gets in there, they get really tight, and then all of a sudden it's really hard to pull them apart, and it's really hard to put them back down. I can't tell you some of the hassles I've had. A lot of people actually frown upon these type of ladders that they have with the Bundutop, and some people actually gets rid of these ladders and put those cheap Chinese ones up on there. But I can understand why. I mean, the reason is because they are a lot more compact. So as you can see, it is fairly big. So that's it there. So you can see the way and all you do basically is just pull it apart like that. Okay, that's as simple as, and it's really lightweight, guys. I don't know how they do it, but there's hardly any weight in this. So if we go up close and we'll have a proper look, you can see the way the mounting system is done. So they've been updated on this particular rooftop tent, the Bundutop. So this is the latest one that's come out. So there's a few upgrades on it, and this is one of them. So the way the ladder's designed, and it's got this fitting on here, where you just hook it on, and I'll bring the camera over shortly and I'll show you that up close. But all you do, hook that on like that. That's it. So it's all set up. As simple as that. I know a lot of you frown on that ladder, but honestly guys, after owning rooftop tents with those collapsible Chinese ones over the last year and a half, close to 2 years, this thing is a God blessing. I can't tell you how much easier it is to set up with that, how much durable it is. The rungs are quite comfortable too. If actually, that's another thing, the way it's designed. One side is rounded, the other side is flat, and it's on an angle similar to how my iCamper was. Remember some of the reviews I showed on that, where it showed that the ladder angle was flat, so that when you got the ladder out in a correct angle like this, you won't step in on railings that were like that. They were actually flat, and this one's like that too. So that's a brilliant idea. And yes, it is big, but the thing is, it doesn't take up as much room as you think it would because it's so flat. You could drive to camp, set up the awning, and not set that up until it's time to go to bed. Because honestly, it only takes whatever time it takes you to unlatch that, and you saw how quick that is. Push a button, pops up, grab the ladder out, your vehicle, hook it on, and away you go. I mean, that's as quick as that. And that's, honestly, that's what I'm going to be doing. Like if I'm arriving at a camp and it's midday, I'm not going to set that tent up straight away. So I'm not going to leave it out in the sun unnecessarily if I don't have to. So I'll wait till it's night time or just before dark or time to go to bed, and I'll pop that up. And I know it won't take no time at all, like 20 seconds and it's up, and then I just climb up. Bed's already made, so I don't have to sit there spending 20-25 minutes making a bed up, which is back-breaking when you're up there on a small confined area, as I've found in some of the other rooftop tents that I've owned. And be honest guys, I hate making beds. I hate making beds, and the last thing I want to do go camping is arrive at camp, set up the tent, make a bed, get up in the morning, unpack the bed, go out driving for the day, come back to camp, make the bed again. And in my case, wasn't an easy task. It involved in because the mattresses are just like torture machines, it actually involved, you know, setting up these expensive X-bed air mattresses, and you got to pump them up, which is fine, they're self-inflating, so you got to pump them up. But even then, it's not easy because you got to just get the right firmness. So half the time I didn't get it correct, so I'd wake up in the morning for sore back and so on. Other times I wake up as fine, so it's just so delicate. It's just so delicate. And then when you got to pack up, you got two, like in, for example, of the iCamper, you got two self-inflating mattresses where you've got to head your body weight on them, roll them up, fold them up, roll them up, fold them up, get them flat, particularly fold your blankets. Man, it used to take 20-25 minutes. And if you are camping on a warm day, by the time you're doing that, yeah, you're just buggered. Mate, this thing here, just leave the bed made up all the time. Always made up. It's in there made up all the time. Everything's there ready to go. I just throw my gear in the vehicle and leave. So that's the beauty with this. I'm really happy with this rooftop tent. So let's go upstairs and show you some of the features. Okay guys, as I climb up here, I want you to have a good look at these brackets. So that you get these mounting brackets arrive with your Bundutop rooftop tent. So this is the inside, what it looks like. Okay, so I'll claw in there shortly and show you some of the features, what you see. But right there you can see the winch. That's a winch that makes it go up and down, of course. This is how I've chose to fold this up. So I have all the doorways open and fold out flat. You can see what that also does is protect your bedding and mattress as well. You got your big fly like porch that goes right around the whole tent itself. You can see where my pillows are. I've got 2 pillows stored in here, so these are decent household size pillows. So even with that bulk, this thing closes down no problems at all because you've got plenty of room inside here to store. So they're the zips. Now the zips are very easy to run, as you can see. They're very free moving. So you can see no problems at all. So what I've done here is I've actually closed 3 of the doorways. So you can see they've got the huge zips, easy glide. I believe they are heavy duty YKK zips, the best you can get. Prior to ordering the tent from Ian out at Bundutec Australia, so if you're watching this, Ian, good morning and hope you had a wonderful holiday up north. Ian asked me a question when I ordered this. So he asked me, do you like to sleep in of a morning when you're camping, or do you like to wake up as the sun comes up? I said I like to sleep in. And I was wondering, why is he asking that? And then he told me, because you can get these in different colours, grey or the green that I've got here. Now the green is a lot darker, so it lets in a lot less light. The grey lets in more light. Now, not that there's any difference in the material whatsoever. The canvas is exactly the same on both of them. But for some reason, the green is just a lot darker. And boy, guys, I'll tell you what, he's fair dinkum with that. It is dark in here. So there's a good tip there. So if you want to sleep in of a morning, or if you want to sleep during the day, get the green canvas. If you want to wake up early in the morning, get the grey canvas. I don't know what the difference is, how much light that puts in and how they compare each other. If I ever come by someone with the grey one, I'll see if I can do a bit of a short video and I'll climb in and see what difference there is compared with mine. And that would be very interesting. If you have a look over here, that's the light. So that one there, if you just press that button and you've got an LED light. So it's quite a bright light. So what I'll do now is I actually will leave it on because it's fairly dark in here. Even though I've still got one window open, it's still fairly dark in here. If we move over a bit further, see if I can do this one-handed. What I might do, I might lay, excuse me guys, I might, it's comfy. I might lay down and film this, if you don't mind. The Bundutop comes with the 2 fans. So you've got one on this side and you've got one on that side. Now they're such designed that you can actually reach them when you're in bed, and you turn them on like so. So they blow quite a fair bit of air in around. So if you're a very light sleeper, you may have some issues with that. But then someone told me sometimes they're good because they can drown out a lot of noise, like if there's a party outside or something, or if you're at the ocean, you've got the waves and it's quite loud. You can see the beautiful grey colour. Absolutely love that grey colour. Matches really well with this thick canvas here. Show you again how easy these zips are to use if I can reach it. So you can see how easy they glide. And you've got your mesh there for insect proof mesh. Very heavy duty. Of all the meshes I've seen on tents, this is the most heavy duty I've ever seen. And then of course the clothes, same thing. So you can see how easy they work. I don't quite fully understand how this system works, but you can see there's like a pulley system that goes to these arms, one in each corner, so it pulls on these arms roll along and lift the tent up. And it's so designed that it actually folds the canvas in as well, so you don't have to tuck it in. So there's no tucking in. If anything, there might be just a tiny bit of tucking in of each corner. But sometimes you don't. They tell me that as it develops a memory where it folds and so on, it eventually comes to the point where you don't ever have to tuck them in again. So you can see how that's all working. So you can see all the pulleys there, the ropes. I believe they're Dyneema, very strong Dyneema rope you use. And it's quite amazing the tension, guys. I don't know if you can hear this. Okay, if you can hear this, listen to this. Sounds like a guitar. Now it's also got these bars here. This is one of the new features you can see that helps keep it straight, keeps it tension. Could be out there in 60 km/h, 100 km/h winds and you will hardly hear anything, so I've heard. I've had this out in 25, 30 knot winds and it's dead quiet. You got no flapping, where all the other tents that I've had, you always will hear some flapping noise. But that never ever overly bothered me anyway, because I'm usually a heavy sleeper and I'll sleep through that noise, so it wasn't an issue. Virtually like a boat winch, or similar to like a little miniature 4-drive winch, very reliable. Now for those people, before you even ask, what happens if the motor don't work? Well, then you are able, there is a way that you can manually set these up. Okay, I've never had to do it as yet, but there is a way you can do it. Let's say a fuse blows or something's wrong with the power system. There is a bypass method that you can use to control the motor to make it go up and down. So if there's any power issues whatsoever, you can actually put direct power straight to that motor and you can power this up and down. So there's no issues whatsoever. There is a way you can get this up. So, but I've found it very reliable. I've used this quite a fair bit now and I haven't had any issues with it thus far, and I don't think I ever will. Another thing I love about this, with these huge big 4-way doors and windows, is that the ventilation, it's excellent ventilation in this. There's also excellent insulation built into the roof itself, so you won't feel the harsh heat of the sun hitting you, coming in from the top, so it's very cool inside. I've also found that it insulates really well when it's cold as well, and I've camped in it in some cold weather down in Gold Coast when I was last down there, just after I picked it up. And it was quite relatively toasty and warm inside here, but I'm yet to test it on a really cold night to see what that's like. The views from here is just awesome. You can just lay down here and just look straight out the window and you can see there the view that you get outside just laying down. As I can reach the light there. So you just press that button and you just press that button. You can reach the light from when you're in bed, and that's a real bright light too, guys. It's really bright. And another cool thing, I might have to get up to show you this, so you can store your phone, your car keys, your wallet, anything like that. And there's 2 in here, one on either end, one on this end and one on the opposite end, down the end down there where my feet is. On the opposite side, you can just see there in the corner. Now you can see all the room in here. There's quite a lot of room. Now I've still got heaps of room on this side here. So there's, as you can see, there's more than enough room for 2 people in here. At a squeeze, you could fit 2 people and a kid in here, or 2 small kids in here. And one thing too, guys, I can't tell you how comfortable this mattress is. So the mattress that comes in this is 10 centimeters thick. So it's kind of a medium heavy density foam mattress, but oh, it's just perfect. It's just a perfect thickness for my back. It just feels so comfy laying in here. I can't tell you how relaxing I am right now. So Bundutec, you nailed this mattress here. It's absolutely perfect. So if you're a little bit heavier build than standard, I am, not by much though, but a little bit, this is a perfect mattress. So if you're really skinny, lightweight, you might want something a bit softer. But if you're average Joe Blow like me, this is a perfect mattress. So I don't have to spend any extra money on mattresses or anything like that. And that's another point I want to come to. Spending extra money to modify these rooftop tents for your comfort level, you know, for your mattresses, your lights and so on. So let's talk about that now, shall we? Okay, let's just get myself a little bit more comfy now. The camera's getting a bit heavy to hold on to, so I'll laid it down on my pillow. But this gives you an idea how big, how much room is in here. So I'm sitting on my knees right now, and you can see I'm just barely touching the the roof there now, so let me get off my knees so I don't have to bend down. And alright, so you can see how much room I've got there now. So I'm sitting down in here, so there's plenty of room inside here. Now, all the rooftop tents I've owned, I've had to upgrade the mattresses. I've had to spend money to fit power points in there. So you can charge your phones, etc., your iPads, power your iPads or your laptops and that while you're in the tent, you're watching a movie or something. Connect power in here for your lights. Put fans in. This here, these Bundutops, once you buy all these, you don't have to spend any more money, guys, because it comes with all of that included. Okay, so it's all here. So as you can see, it's got the lights. So I didn't spend any money on this. It's got the light included with the LED light here. It's got your 2 fans. So here's an hers fan. Okay. And another thing I haven't mentioned yet, it's got a power point over here as well with the cigarette lighter plug it. Now as an option, you can get them to fit an additional power point, double USB point, but just a single SIG plug it's enough for me. I just got an adapter with a cigarette plug on it that's got USB points on it, and I just use that and it powers everything that I want. So that's all included. You don't have to do that. Now another thing too, it's included with these. A lot of folks out there that you might notice now have all been putting solar panels on top of their rooftop tents. So then they got to get the brackets made up for it, then they got to get the wiring all done and so on, and then that costs extra money. Guys, these come with all that. Okay, so they don't come with the bracket, okay, to mount your solar panel on it, but all you need is just a aluminium angle line. You can pick up cheap at Bunnings or whatever and just mount your solar panel onto that. Now you can mount a 370 watt solar panel on top of here. That's right, 370 watt solar panel. So the roof on this is designed that it can hold up to, I believe it's somewhere around 23-25 kilos of maximum weight you can put on the roof on these. So you can go get your big heavy duty glass solar panels, and they're the most popular. If you want to put a solar panel on here, my suggestion is to look into the 370 watt high voltage household panels you can pick up for less than $300, I believe they are. You'll need a really good MPPT solar regulator that can handle the higher voltages. But then if you imagine 370 watt high voltage solar panel, you'll never have to worry about power again virtually, unless it's just raining for non-stop 3-4 days. But then if you've got a DC charger on your vehicle, no problems at all. Now I haven't taken that route yet, because if I do put that particular solar panel on here, that's going to get me above my dynamic weight rating, because I've taken up that weight with the addition of the ostrich wing awning, which is just beside me, as you know by now. I've shown a few videos of those. So yeah, so I can't, I mean, I could afford to, I'm thinking about getting a 5 kilograms, something about 5 kilogram solar panel. I noticed Safari makes one, a high voltage solar panel that's about 5 kilograms. It's a bit exy though, but I might drop down there next time I'm in Brisbane and have a look and see what it's like, and see what they talk to the guys there. Tell them basically need something as light as possible, that's high voltage, puts out as much power as possible for its weight. So I'll have a talk to him and see how that goes. In the meantime, I've got my high voltage solar blanket from Safari, which is 250 watt, and it works brilliant. So it doesn't take too much to set up, but it'd be nice to have a solar panel up there, even if it's just a small one. Like times I'm traveling on the road, or I'm at Gold Coast and I'm parked out the front of my sister's place. It saved me having to run power leads out to charge my battery up every so often if I'm not doing a lot of driving around. Or I'm out parked at a shopping centre like Pack Fair. I always park upstairs out in the sun and I could be there for a while, and you know, or I'm parked out the beach and that, and I could be there for a while. Well, then it'll be nice to have that solar panel running to keep my battery topped up. So it's something eventually I do want to fit on there. So keep tuned and see what I'll come up with one day. So guys, I don't know if there's anything else I need to show you. If there's any questions you want to know, just yell out and let me know. At the moment, I've got a big doona. I've got 2 household pillows in here. I've got the drifted, they're called drifted off. Nothing to do with the drifter company, okay? It's just they happen to be called drifted off. Custom made sheets for these, so they're sewn on one end, okay? So it's easy set up, and I showed you that in one of the last videos. And I've got this nice big double size quilt here that fits quite nicely, and inside that I've got a really thick warm quilt inside it as well. And I've also got a sleeping bag that I usually keep up here. That's not up here at the moment, but I'm going to put it back in here soon before I go away camping within the next 2 weeks. And that'll be back in here, and there's plenty of room, so that's what's going to be stored up here. It's already made, always made. So guys, this video has gone on a lot longer than I thought it was. Initially it was just going to be a video just showing a short video on the inside, but I thought I might make it, now that I've owned it for a little while and I've spent many nights in here camping, I might make it sort of a review video, updating what I think about it. So if you're in the market for a decent rooftop tent, go check out here in Australia. Go talk to Ian at Bundutec Australia, which is based down the Gold Coast there, or any of his many sellers, restockers around the country. Every state has got them. Very good quality rooftop tents, fairly lightweight. They only weigh about 74 kilograms, which is comparable with my iCamper. So good quality zips, good quality canvas, made in South Africa, so it's not a Chinese made one. I know a lot of you sort of gone really against the Chinese made products, so I'm happy to say that this is all made in South Africa. Probably about the only Chinese parts in here I notice it's made in China is that computer fan. I think it's the only thing that's made in China. I don't know if you can get them made anywhere else. So maybe the lights too, who knows where these lights are made, so don't know. I'm sure I look hard enough, I probably will find something else that's made in China here, eh? Just about everything is nowadays, isn't it, guys? Any questions? Post down below. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and thanks to those who stayed right through the end and watch it. I enjoyed doing this video. It's one I've been wanted to make for quite a while. I've covered a few topics that people have been asking questions about. I've covered. So, but hey guys, before I go, I want to show you. So a few people ask, what happens when it rains? Can you still leave the windows open? So just grab the camera. Okay, can you see that? How much coverage that is? Now that comes out by over a foot. So it could be raining and you can still have these windows open. And if it's driving rain, it's coming in sideways, you could close these up right up to about here and still have half your windows open. All 4 windows, so you have a nice flow of air coming through your tent on those hot summer days with those storms that are moving. So how cool is that? Thanks for joining me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. So be kind to everyone, eh? And look after yourself. And until next time, cheers.